everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes.
I thought you were
Are
going
you
to do like the
excited?
good morning, Vietnam.
Hey. Yeah.
Oh.
Missed opportunity,
Nice.
bro.
Right?
Sorry,
We
I got
brought it
you.
in.
And
We
take
brought it
two.
in.
Yeah, and
Good morning. I just can't even because Robin Williams
Nobody
just
can.
crushed it.
Yeah.
he did.
Yeah, dude.
He
Yeah, that
did.
was
Yeah,
so
crushes
good.
everything.
He's the goat.
He sure is.
Are you
I
okay?
hurt my wrist picking up my coffee cup.
Wow.
no.
You're old and brittle
I'm
now.
old and brittle now.
Wow. Well, this will be the last one. Last trailer talk with PJ. He is dying,
jerk
turning
off
into
with your
death.
hand.
Oh, wow.
That's upsetting. Oh my god.
We're already there. What are we? 20 seconds into the show and talking
Had
about
to liven it up somehow. All right, another Star Wars today.
Another
It's
Star
Wars
In Vietnam.
No.
Yeah.
In Vietnam. No, dude, I'm actually really excited. This trailer hit my radar over the weekend. The greatest beer run ever, and I knew nothing about this. I watched the trailer and I was like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen from a story perspective. And it's based on a true story. So just to kind of give you guys some background what this is. So there was basically this guy. His name was John Chickie Donohue. And he's sitting at a bar. I mean, I'm not gonna read it, but the premise is he's sitting at a bar and he gets challenged like, hey, you're not doing anything over there. You got these guys over there, fighting a war. What are you doing? He's like, I'm gonna bring these guys. They deserve a beer, right? Like a good American beer, right? So he takes his ass, gets a 48 pack of beer, hauls his ass over to Vietnam, and starts giving like his friends that he knows over there in the war. And having a beer with them. I mean, it's
Pretty
literally
solid dude.
I mean, right. I mean, what a cool story. So that's
I mean,
like
maybe not the best beer,
yeah.
but I mean, the can
Yeah.
looks great.
The can looks
Yeah, the
great.
can looks pretty.
I
But the
love
beer.
the can for Pabst Blue Ribbon.
It's so good.
It's
But I mean,
Americana to
but
me.
think about
But the beer,
But think
meh.
about 1967. It was good back then because we
piss.
didn't have like craft beers.
you know what I've been buying? Pabst makes a marijuana beer, a marijuana seltzer.
Really?
Yep.
What's it called?
Comes right to my house. It's
Right,
called
it comes,
Pabst.
it comes to your
I
house.
totally forget
High
that that's
something.
legal in California. So anytime you mention it, I'm like, guys, we're on the
What?
I do it to help me sleep at nighttime. It's for medicinal purposes.
Medicinal
Yeah, yeah,
purposes.
yeah.
Do you just rub it on your body, or do you
I have
actually drink it?
anxiety at nighttime, so I need to
Bathes in
drink
it.
my Pabst
You just
stoner beer. There is. There is.
you on
It's
it
true.
right
I
now?
shit you not.
Did you drink one right before this show?
I did not. I should have.
This film stars Zac Efron, Russell Crowe. It's got Bill Murray in it, which is great.
Bill Murray?
Yeah, Bill
I
Murray's
love Bill
in it.
Murray.
Murray.
I know, he's awesome. But this is just, I don't know. I kind of want to just jump into the trailer. But do you guys have any are you guys familiar with this story? It was written by Joanna Mooly and John Chickie Donohue, based on a book.
What
So
are the
this is
Farley
based-
brothers? How are they involved?
They're producers, and it's directed by Peter Farley.
We have a connection to them.
Do we?
Frank made There's Something
Oh,
About Mary.
That's right. Something About Mary.
That's
Our good
right.
friend Frank Bedore.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Bedore, producer.
We know people.
We know peeps.
Yeah.
I know
Something
people
About
by
Mary. That was
proxy,
great.
so.
There you go.
Yeah, that works. It's like Kevin Bacon. So does Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, so does Kevin
I mean,
Bacon
do-
knows everybody.
I mean, I'm just gonna throw it out there. Would you go and deliver your if there was a war going on and you knew some buddies in like say like I don't know like the Ukraine war, right? Would you go deliver them a cold beer?
I'd walk on hot coals for you, Drew.
Would you? Oh
Yeah.
wow! I didn't say me. I just said anybody. I wouldn't.
I don't have friends, Drew.
No, that's true. Good point.
Oh.
It's sad, but it is true. How about the ladies? How
Upsetting.
about Pagan? What do you think? Are you?
I think this is totally
adventurous
nuts. Yeah, no, this is
Yeah.
a very American thing.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know if I
I'm
would
sorry,
do
like
that.
this is
I
the
mean,
most American, one of the most American stories I've ever heard. You're in a bar, someone's like, you know what you should do? You should bring beer to the guys. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna go bring beer to the guys in the middle of a fucking Vietnam War. Yeah, and you're like, okay, bruh,
Okay, bruh.
go
It's
for
quite
it. I
an
mean,
American
honestly.
thing, but goddamn, hats off to the guy.
Oh,
Like, it's-
absolutely.
Yeah,
hands off.
it's pretty
how can
incredible.
you
Such a
say
wild.
how can you say anything bad?
Yeah.
Right? Like
No.
you're literally a douchebag if you go, that was a dumb idea, man. Even like what if he died? Didn't like
Oh, I know.
God.
Well,
I mean,
yeah,
to be
no,
fair,
He doesn't
yeah,
die,
yeah.
does he?
He knows.
Spoiler
I
alert.
haven't seen the movie. I haven't read the book.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
sure
that
the
would
book's written by
suck if he died.
Yeah.
No, yeah, no. I think it's a cool concept. I just think like it's such an American concept that I'm like, huh, okay,
Yeah,
all right
alright.
then.
Yeah.
Well, you
But
guys
pretty
are
great.
pretty
Like, I mean,
big
he's
beer
not going
drinkers
over
over
to
there.
like he's not joining the war. He's just going over to like celebrate his comrades and like bring them a piece of home, and that's really nice. It's like pretty sentimental.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
It's honorable,
yeah.
really. Yeah, it's cute.
Well, why
Yeah,
not-
I mean,
Well, let's watch this thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What are you
Oh,
gonna say,
step
Steph?
by.
oh,
Take your step by.
no, it's all good. Bye. No, I was gonna say I watched this trailer already, so yeah, I think it's a pretty good trailer. I'm ready to watch it again.
Nice, nice, nice.
Let's do it.
Woohoo!
You're touching me.
Yeah.
Don't.
Oh.
Oh,
In a good way.
No, no.
Do I need to zoom in on this or?
Yes.
Good? All right.
All right.
All right. We're gonna go in 3, 2, 1, play.
I'm going to Vietnam, and I'm bringing a beer.
Colin hit right away.
I'm bringing up a bear. I love it.
Perfect.
Are you ready?
Skydance.
What are we doing?
Ooh.
We're gonna run for our lives.
I love that he's still in a plaid shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In his jeans.
A real guy actually did it. That would be terrifying. Fuck that.
I'm
I
Chickie
can't-
Donohue, and I am not supposed to be in here.
Halfway.
Chickie Donohue.
Hey, get your ass out of bed, you lazy bum. Look at you, sleeping.
Typical American, lazy.
Right?
Scumbags. Hey, you're embarrassing yourself, and you're embarrassing your family.
These protesters.
Is that a sister?
No, that our soldiers see that on TV.
Hey.
Look at Belle.
Yeah,
Track down all the boys in the neighborhood and give them a beer.
I could do that.
Do what?
Bring in beer.
He's not serious. He's hammered. Look at him.
The man's stone sober. That's his 5th beer, maybe. Tops.
That's great.
Yeah.
No chance you have a ship headed to Vietnam. 1,700 hours. Tonight? It's not gonna be easy. But I'm gonna show him that this country is still behind him.
You're gonna get yourself killed.
That'd be so
It's
heavy.
like you said, everyone's doing something. I'm doing nothing.
Oh.
Smuggling beer into a war zone? That's not the smartest thing I've ever heard of. It's certainly not the worst either.
Russell Crowe.
Must be a journalist, right?
Yeah.
Just came to deliver a sudsy thank you card.
And then, if you're still alive,
You American? New York. Thanks a lot.
you can hustle down to do good.
That's a
Yeah. Hey.
the finger guns like.
You shouldn't be here. You think this is funny? I'm not doing this for laughs. I'm doing it for all you guys.
Come on, time to go.
Is it over?
Yeah, you're dead.
Yeah, you're dead.
Don't get it, dude. You
I love
chick.
the
This isn't a
accent.
John Wayne
Oh, that was
You
a
know,
really
good guys
sad
are on you,
shot.
the bad guys are.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also a really bad shot or sad shot.
Come on.
This way just to quit.
Somebody's got to be here to see what's going on. I want the truth told. For them. They're just kids.
You're gonna find out it's a lot harder to get out of a war than it is to get into one.
I'm trying to show them that
Oh my
somebody
gosh.
back home is still behind them. You got a good heart, Chickie.
That'd be terrifying.
It's your brains I'm worried about.
Who's this hand job?
Gives me
Right next
goosebumps.
door neighbor. He brought me a beer. Hey.
I love that. Who's this hand job?
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Apple TV Plus is a movie, right? It's not a TV series or anything.
I'm pretty sure
It's a
movie.
streaming.
Yeah,
It's a movie, though. Streaming
it'll be
movie.
in theaters
yeah.
and
Okay,
streaming.
Yeah.
Cool. Oh, that looked. There looks like there's some really poignant moments in this, like when he is
Yeah.
there with the Vietnamese child with the soccer ball and the caskets in the transport
Yeah.
back home. Like, oh my God, there's
Yeah.
gonna be some real hard moments in this.
Yeah. I mean that war was pretty tough. I think that was probably
Yeah, for sure.
the worst war for America,
Mm-hmm,
and just how long it was. So
Makes me feel sad. I feel sad right
Yeah.
now. Do you
Really?
feel sad?
Well,
I mean,
At
it was
first I
like-
felt happy, now I feel sad because I'm thinking about all those dead people.
yeah.
To be fair, I
Yeah.
mean the trailer does go that way, doesn't it? Like it kind of is like, oh yeah, fun, cool, happy times, and then like comedy, and then sadness, caskets, and you're like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh, there's going to be some gut wrenchers. I guarantee
Oh,
you.
for
Sure.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, so like, do you guys? I mean, without getting too spoilery, I mean, I don't. From what I understand, like, I mean, he goes and he's got a list, right? Like, from what I understand, he gets a list from like friends and family from that neighborhood of like who's in Vietnam, and so he has certain people that he's trying to get to give them like a beer, like, hey, he's like, I support you guys, and I think it's sort of like a good intention sort of goes a little like he doesn't. I think it's a little bit of like, he doesn't realize how dangerous it is. Like, I think most people are sort of like, hey, this is a thing.
Yeah, most people were
I'm gonna
like that.
go here. Maybe the news isn't quite reporting how horrific it is, and then he quickly realizes like, oh shit, this is fucking war. Like this
Yeah.
is real. But I think what's going to be great about it, it's going to come kind of full circle. And from what I hear, is it's still an uplifting story, right? I don't think this is going to be a, hey, beach over the head, be sad movie. I think this is more inspiration.
It wasn't shot in Vietnam.
Oh, really?
It was shot in Thailand.
Where was it?
Okay.
They're pretty close.
Is that racist, Drew?
Yeah. No, I'm just saying geographically, they're
I
close.
wonder why they
It's-
didn't shoot
It's not
in Vietnam.
Saigon or Vietnam. I don't know. I wonder why.
Well, I don't know if Vietnam has the production like capability.
Chops. Thailand does.
Yeah, I think so.
There's a lot shot
of
in
stuff
Thailand,
there.
especially commercials.
Yeah.
I would imagine as well it might have to do with anything like tax or production value, things like that as well.
Yeah.
There might also be a lot of restrictions in Vietnam of where you can and can't shoot, because I'm sure there's a lot of natural
That is
areas that you
true.
can't actually like go and blow up. You know what I mean?
That
Like for
is true.
for visual effects. So I also do think there's probably a lot of unexploded mines. A lot in certain areas, so they're like, I can't probably shoot here because we could all die. So
That's
Yeah, that is true. That actually is pretty
yeah,
valid.
so probably for the wider areas that still give you the same sort of feel for the atmosphere, I would imagine Thailand is probably your best choice.
Yeah, maybe.
I feel like less of a man though with Zach around. That mustache brought him down a couple notches, but
I'd love
did.
to do that.
that's a good-looking guy.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Like if
yeah.
that's when you're in the room and there's a whole bunch of good-looking men and you just realize like you're way down on the list.
He's
super down on the list.
He's a dreamy dude. Yeah, he's a
He
good looking.
is.
He's a good looking guy. Yeah. There's like, yeah, I can't imagine being in the same room
High
with
School
him. Being
Musical.
like, no one's staring
High
at me.
School Musical.
I told you that story at the party at Nathan's.
me and
It
you
was
are the same
Nathan.
person.
There was Gerard Butler. There was
Oh.
there was Zach Levy. There was Trucco.
Yeah.
And
Michael-
it was just
Michael
like
Trucco,
it was
yeah.
like there was so much testosterone in the room.
Yeah.
Like the women were just like, ah. I just sat in the
Yeah.
corner going, yeah, I'm fucking old and ugly, fat too.
Yeah, it's that's funny. I think this is going like, so this is directed by the same guy who did Green Book, from what I understand. So, and if you guys
Okay.
know, Green Book won Best Picture, 3 years ago now. Kind of, I think controversially, I think a lot of people were kind of like, kind of a formulaic story. It was good. Listen, I saw Green Book. I actually thought it was well done, well made movie. It's hard, and I like Vigo, so
Yeah.
it is what it is. So I think this is sort of feels very Apple TV, saying like, hey, you're talented. We're going to bring in talented people like Russell Crowe. We're going to bring in Zach. We're going to bring in Bill Murray. Like, this is an
Yeah.
all-star cast. Really cool story. You bring in this director who's an Academy Award winner. Let's win some fucking awards. Like, this is Apple TV. Like, again, saying like, we're in this. You know, like this is them doubling down on. And I think what
There's already Oscar buzz.
I don't know. I just feel like, don't you get it? This feels like a Forrest Gump of today, right? You know what I'm saying? And Forrest Gump won like what, 12 Oscars? I don't remember. Like it just
Something crazy.
crushed it.
Sure.
This just has that same sort of vibe. It's an American story. People love this type of like bravado. This type of like this adventure. You know, like this thing, like what's going to happen.
And it's the underdog doing something. And,
Right.
you
It's
know.
the common guy, right?
Yeah.
Like the average guy at a bar
Yeah.
saying like, I'm going to do something extraordinary.
The average
with
guy who's
some-
incredibly good looking and super ripped.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah,
We
he's
just-
got no
he's
wife, no nothing. He's
Like-
he's so good looking.
Yeah.
He's
Hold up
like-
a real picture of him.
Yeah.
What does he really? No,
He's just-
seriously.
no,
what does
he's
he
just
really
like,
look like?
What do you mean?
I
What,
think
a
in
real
the-
picture?
Of
Of Chickie.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Not
No.
Zach. Take all those Zach
Yeah,
pictures
yeah,
away.
yes. In
That's what he looked like
Oh, that's what he looks like.
back then.
Yeah,
Like,
he's lucky Zach played him.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel like in the trailer he's like, you said it yourself. Everyone's out doing their something, and I'm not like out doing something, and I'm doing nothing. I'm like, except working out. Have you
Yeah.
seen your fucking guns, bro?
And
Have you
his
seen
mustache, like he just really had to
That is a crazy
that
thing to
thing-
do, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
in check.
Crazy.
Wild.
I'd have trouble bringing beer here to you at the studio.
I know. Totally. Well, I mean, and also think about it. It's not like he's carrying a refrigerator on his back. He like
No,
throws
he's
those guys
just
a
got it in
beer.
his
That is in Vietnam is not a cool place.
Yeah,
that is
that's
a
a
No,
that's a
that's a
hot
hot beer.
That's a
hot beer, buddy.
shitty, pissed warm
Nope.
American.
Yeah,
No,
that is
thank
not
you.
that is not a refreshing beverage.
I had to
They
hold one
might
of those
just-
on a film set
No.
for like as an extra in college, and that was like no.
Yeah, and I hope they were authentic in the filming. I hope they like extra warm those beers, so like when they were drinking them on set, they were like super, just like really
That
like
would
been in
suck.
a bag across like 4 weeks
It
on a boat.
still tasted like home. But
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Still
like, it
tasted
doesn't
like
matter.
home.
Like, it tastes like home. You can bring
No.
them like soggy fucking chips or whatever you guys have there, like
Right.
crisps.
No,
you're
and
right.
they'll still be like,
Absolutely.
ooh, it tastes
I-
like home.
yeah.
So
Being born in
Absolutely.
Canada, I didn't know Pabst, right? Like,
Okay.
I did not know it. But when I was like 12, 13, I first started spending summers in Boston with my aunt and uncle.
Yeah.
And they
Oh,
would
no.
they had boardwalks that you would go and you could win prizes. Like you would win tickets like you do nowadays at like Chuck E. Cheese and Dave and Buster's stuff.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
None of that in Canada. Never experienced that before. So I go in there and I'm playing these games, and it's not my money. It's my aunt and uncle. They're just paying me. They just want me out of their hair. And I had all these tickets to change in, and I walk in. It's like a movie. I see it, and there was this oversized Pabst Blue Ribbon glass.
Oh yeah.
And that
Yeah,
logo,
yeah.
that's the same one
Yeah,
right
yeah,
there with
yeah.
the red, the white, the blue. Like I was in America.
Yeah.
And I got it. And I had that thing. I had that thing for a long time.
It's an iconic.
love it.
It's an
Iconic
iconic beer.
logo,
Beer,
yeah.
and listen, it's a type of beer. I mean, listen, today's is all about like the craft and the craft beers. You got like these, IPAs.
We used to call it pony
and
piss.
stouts. And, yeah.
wow.
Listen, it was just a great like
Selling it.
Pilsner. Yeah, I mean,
It's just
I
a
don't know.
light, easy to drink
Easy
beer.
to drink
I mean,
beer.
I
It's a
drink it
hot-
right now.
Listen,
I mean,
if it's like 90 degrees out and I want a beer, I don't want like a Guinness. I want like a Bud Light or
Yeah.
a Pabst, right? Like something that I can just like it just tastes refreshing, like and yeah, and you can like Chucky, you could drink 5 of those things and feel fine, it's not
Oh,
they're not
that's so
they're
funny.
not they're not high alcohol content.
this is what they've upgraded to. Look, Pabst Blue
oh yeah,
Ribbon,
the
high
seltzers.
seltzers.
Yeah, they sell seltzers.
Yeah.
now.
They're good.
Not sponsored by them.
Those are, but
No.
those are THC seltzers.
Oh, they are.
They're
Oh, they are
cannabis infused.
They're genius.
I have a
Wow.
case of that one.
You know what you should do? You should deliver some of those to your boys overseas.
There you go.
Here
They bring it right to your
You
door.
need to-
You go
yeah.
out to the car. You take it from the person. It's like
Just
it's
don't
a
go to
drug
Russia.
trade.
I hear they'll imprison you for bringing marijuana to that country.
I'll bring you one
They'll
of these.
fucking imprison you anywhere else. Don't just stay there.
Yeah.
Stay in
Yeah.
California.
Yeah, don't go anywhere, PJ.
Don't fucking go
Bring it
anywhere
to
if
Nolan.
if you've got yeah.
What? It's
fucking-
just beer, man. Yeah.
Not-
It's not just beer.
With your
buddy.
baseball cap on and everything.
Yeah,
You're just
yeah,
like,
yeah.
America.
yeah, super sus.
Still a good logo, even when they simplify it to
Oh.
the blue like that. Still a good logo. Anyways, good trailer though.
Yeah, the
Gave me
trailer's
Yeah,
goosebumps.
it's a really good trailer. I had goosebumps
Edited
the
nice,
entire
looks
time.
like it's shot well. Always like the Farley brothers. Interesting because they're more known for their comedy. You feel the bit of the comedy, but I've not known them to do a drama piece, but I could be wrong. What did he win the award for? What did Peter?
Green Book.
For what?
I
I saw they're from Academy Award winner Peter Farley. What did he win an Academy Award for?
told you, Green Book.
Yeah, Green Book.
Oh right. Oh, he did Green Book. Okay, I never saw that movie, so
Yeah.
Not yet, anyway.
It wasn't. It
that
wasn't.
that wasn't comedy.
It wasn't Dumb and Dumber. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah.
Although it should have won.
Marisa can recite that entire movie
It's
to
great.
you. Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Dumb
yeah.
and Dumber.
Shit. Yeah,
I love it.
I love Dumb and
loves
Dumber.
that movie.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It's just Peter Farley. It's not the Farley brothers. It's
Just the one.
Yeah, we're seeing that a lot. The Wachowskis, the Farleys. They kind of want to do.
Do you
their
know
own
how Frank met him?
thing. No,
Dating their sister.
that's how you typically. Yeah, I hope they would meet.
Yeah, yeah, it's just a
That's
good
how I
way to
met
meet
you.
somebody.
That's you dated my sister.
Yeah,
God, she's still crying about that.
I know.
Aww.
Aww. Breaking our hearts over here.
What'd you
Heartbreaker.
Yeah. I thought the use of the font in this trailer was pretty cool. Like when they were they have stuff on
Yeah.
the screen. Like some guy actually did this. I thought that was great.
Yeah.
And
That's
like
really
the
fun.
like New York 1967. I think that was really cool.
Yeah.
I like the use of that and the implementation of that edit. It's pretty cool.
No, yeah.
A real
the-
guy
the
actually
ar-
did this. Sorry.
The art direction just feels, even like the based on a true story with the helicopter going through it. Like they spent some time on this. This isn't like a let's make a title card and slap it together with some like Pellman hits. This feels.
Yeah, it's colored well too.
It does. It's shot nice. I mean, even the war stuff looks really well done. Like, it doesn't look cheap. Like, you can tell that this has some money behind it. I mean, just to get like a
Love
shot,
the coloring though.
Just to get a shot. There's a shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a great shot where they're in like kind of like an open, like it looks like the roof is down, like almost like a Cadillac, and like there's a helicopter like in there, kind of like that's just a great, and like there's like fire and like rubble around them. Just some really nice stuff being done here, like cinematography wise. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna come out of this and want to go grab a beer. You know, and like this kind of feels like
Blue Ribbon. That's the whole reason.
You think this is sponsored?
Who do you
Sponsored
think?
by-
Totally.
Who do you think gave him the money?
yeah, I don't think. Maybe they did. I think they were just trying to be true to the story. I don't think they would have been bought out by, like, somebody else.
For
Like
the beer.
Bud Light came and said, "No, it's going to be our beer."
Yeah, true.
Oh, wouldn't that have sucked if they did the wrong beer?
Oh yeah.
We've brought you a craft beer.
Yeah.
I brewed
Speaking
this
of
myself.
Yeah.
Speaking of color, can we what's the word? Diverse? Can we digest?
Digest?
Can we talk
Masticate?
about something else?
Sure, if you
Oh,
want
sure,
to.
yeah.
Not
Tangent?
happy about the coloring. Not happy with the coloring on Game of Thrones.
Oh really?
I
Oh,
thought
have
it
you
was a
watched that
little-
so far?
It leaned
I
a
haven't.
little too much to the TV.
Did you turn
TV
off
side.
the?
Oh, I know how to set a TV.
Yeah, are
buddy.
you sure?
Yeah, I know.
Been over there.
Whoa.
I know.
Whoa. Whoa.
I
chill.
go crazy when you go into somebody's house and they got that giant TV and it's
Yeah.
so good and everything looks like a telenuevo. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate that. Anthony's got his TV set like that.
Oh,
It's like
yeah,
you're not
okay.
watching a fucking soccer game. Like put the theater
No.
mode on or something.
Yeah.
But there's so
Please.
much with the Hertz and redoing it. It's just like it takes you forever to get in there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see.
No, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind that.
You didn't mind it, and it was
It
a
felt like
little
Game of Thrones.
talky.
It's.
Until it got to the end, there was a little bit of a shock factor.
Did you ever watch a Game of
No,
Thrones?
I know, but it was just like really the first one. You're going
First,
to be
there's-
that.
the
Yeah,
most
I
action
know.
the first episode of Game of Thrones has is someone getting pushed out of a window. I mean, it's literally all
Yeah,
that.
no, I know,
Yeah.
I know, I know.
I think it's
take
just
it
sort of
back.
like
I
our
take it back.
expectations have changed because the last like few seasons of Game of Thrones
Yeah,
were just
they-
all battles.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
epic. Things,
Sure, sure.
It kind of veered away from the talky and more into the fighty, stabby, punchy.
But were
Stabby,
you
stabby,
more
betray,
engaged
betray.
to the characters in the first series, in the first episode? Were you more engaged with the characters?
I had no idea. I
No.
will
I
say
do
that-
like the little blonde girl. She's good.
Yeah. Well, yeah. For now, she'll change. The actor changes, but I will say the first episode of Game of Thrones hooked me more. Like the idea of the kid getting pushed out. I was like, holy shit! You have that like that what the fuck moment.
Yeah.
Where this episode didn't quite have any of those. Maybe some of the jousting had me going, oh shit! But nothing like
The birth
plot-
scene. The
plot-
birth scene was a little.
Yeah, it
and
was-
they got some
oof.
shit for that too.
Yeah. Well. I
The
mean,
what scene?
That's tough to watch.
The birth scene.
Birth scene? Did they actually make
Yeah.
a birth?
But it feels like we got to do something gross. We got to show titties. We got to I felt like they were checking boxes off.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of box checking.
Mm.
Dragons,
Dragons,
boobs,
like it was-
dragons, boobs, and dialogue.
Yeah,
They
it-
check the boxes.
yeah.
Anyway, this is not about dragons.
No.
And beer.
House of Dragon.
Well, that's because there's not much to complain about in this. Like it's a well done
It is a well-done
trailer.
trailer.
The people are very engaging.
They
The
are
story's engaging.
It is engaging.
It's an interesting setup.
It is interesting.
You just want to know how it ends.
God, I do want to know how it ends.
That's it. So you're gonna watch it.
I am gonna watch this.
Perfect.
You just wow.
Wow.
Just sum that up.
Perfect.
Best podcast
Next
ever.
trailer, roll it.
Roll it.
Stunning.
Wednesday?
And we're out. Is this the shortest episode ever? Amazing.
I guess so.
Gosh.
What are
Hey,
the
we're
people in the
kinda-
What are the people in the audience saying?
Yeah, they're saying
You're
you're right,
this is-
PJ. Mostly the same.
Mostly the
We will
same.
watch this.
Literally, Maria said that she's really into war movies, so she would be looking forward to
I
seeing
love
this.
war
I would
movies.
agree.
Yeah, right.
love
Same
them.
here. Yeah.
Yeah. Zac Efron getting older makes me feel old. True that. True that.
I
on
mean,
the game.
but he gets better with age.
True that.
You think so? I thought he was better looking younger. That mustache is
Oh, I
just
mean,
not doing it for
he's-
me.
I like
And
He's
it.
that
aged
hairstyle?
with me, so.
Oh, he's aged with you.
You know, because like his first thing was like High School Musical, so he was like all teen boppy, and so it's like he's,
ever since Ted Bundy, though, he kind of got me a little creeped out a little bit.
yeah,
Just saying.
that was a
little
good.
Little bit.
That was
bit.
good though.
He's a great actor. I'm very impressed with him. I think his career is amazing, and he does a lot for like a lot of charity organizations as well, and then he does a lot for health and fitness, and he does those documentaries where he goes and experiences things for the first time and stuff. That was really cool.
I love that.
Yeah.
That's cool too.
And he doesn't have a lot of
Respect
like bad raps about him,
Yeah,
right?
he-
Like he's a pretty clean
No,
guy.
he's-
Like
yeah, I mean, yeah,
you don't hear people bitching about him too much.
Yeah,
No.
and
I
he's
never
not
met
in-
him.
He's
I
not
never
in
met
like
him.
the
No,
like
me
the
neither.
stars and like the
No.
like the tabloids a lot. You don't hear a lot of like. Oh, by the way, he's sleeping.
Like he looks like a guy you could be a friend with,
Yeah.
I think that's his appeal, right?
and that's why they brought the beer.
He's incredibly good looking, but he also is like very affable. Like it's like somebody
Yeah,
you
he's
kind
like
of
a
want to
good,
hang out
friendly
with.
guy.
Yeah, well, he's like in a lot of comedy movies, which makes you feel like, oh, he could be.
He's
a really
probably
funny
good to
guy,
work
too.
with.
Yeah.
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 I agree.
What was that movie he did with? Shit, I'm gonna forget
Yeah,
everything
it
about it.
was a good one though.
It was
Yeah,
a
it's
bachelor
a-
party or a wedding, and they picked up those
Oh
two
yeah.
girls.
What's that
Wedding
called?
Crashers.
No.
It's a bachelor party, and he picked
It's
up
the
two
girl
girls?
from Pitch Perfect,
Rebel
Anna
Wilson.
Kendrick?
Yeah.
Anna Kendrick,
Oh,
Anna
okay.
Kendrick, and then the one from
They
she's a
need
little
dates.
crazy, little nutty.
Yeah.
Is it?
Oh, it's like
I
a
am
date
awful
movie?
with words today.
I haven't seen that. He was in Bad Neighbors with Seth Rogen. That was pretty funny.
That's such a great movie.
Yeah, and Rose something, I can't remember. his
Mike
name.
and Dave something. Mike and Dave need wedding
Oh.
dates.
Yeah.
Ah,
Mike and
there you
Dave,
go.
That's what it is.
You were so close there,
Was that
Steph.
good? Was that good?
I never watched it.
Oh, I thought you said
Oh.
you liked him in that.
Well, that was the last. You were saying comedy. That's the last
Oh, okay.
comedy I can think
Yeah,
of
yeah,
that he
yeah.
did. But he was funny. Baywatch. I like Baywatch. Don't get me wrong.
Really?
I enjoyed Baywatch. He was good in it.
It is a good
Yeah,
time.
it's just a good time. Like I feel like if you're really
Yeah.
gonna take it
My-
seriously, then you're not in the right movie. Do you know what I mean? Like,
No.
I think my expectations were just so low.
it's good crap.
Yeah, I think. I think I would watch that movie for the same reason I watched the TV show when I was, a teenager, and that's because there's women in bathing suits, and that's really it. I don't really know if I'm
Bianca
coming
Chopra
for the
in that
plot.
show, like
Pun
that
intended.
movie.
Yeah, but that's me.
Yeah, that's fair.
And Audrey Plaza's in her. She's the one that's a little. She's good at playing a little
Oh, I
tweak.
like
Oh yeah, Audrey
Yeah.
Plaza is amazing.
But
She
she's
is
got a new movie
incredible.
out that I do not recommend. I
Oh.
watched the whole thing,
What?
and I was just
Which
like,
one?
the ending was not satisfying. There had moments it was really good, and the way it ended, I was like, wow, spin me round.
Oh, I haven't seen
the
that.
indie? Yeah.
No, I haven't seen
Yeah.
that. She's getting a lot of good reviews on Emily the Criminal. Like everybody's saying that's pretty solid.
Emily the Criminal.
Yeah.
Is that a TV show?
She was. I think it's a film.
Oh.
Don't quote me on that. I've seen the trailer. It's interesting, but she's kind of
it's
like
out in movies right
it's
now.
someone breaking. She kind of breaks bad, and for interesting
Oh.
reasons. It's kinda
Interesting.
cool.
Very
Cool.
interesting.
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
watch
Yeah,
that.
I love those interesting stories.
I like her. I like her as an actress.
Yeah. She's awesome.
But Spin Me Round disappointed me.
I'm sorry.
She was good in it though.
Yeah, you
Maybe
wouldn't-
I just like her.
she's incredible. She's an incredible actress.
Yeah.
I
I don't think
have
I've seen her
nothing-
in enough.
Yeah.
But
just
she's not
brings
in Zac
something-
Efron's new movie about the beer.
No.
No, she's not.
This
Way to
movie
point
just
that
looks
out.
Are there any females in this movie?
Beer movie?
There's
The
like
sister
one.
in the beginning.
it-
I presume it's a sister.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a woman in the beginning.
That's a pretty male-dominated cast.
Yeah.
Kristen,
Oh.
Miss Mino, yeah.
I mean-
yeah. I mean, they're going to war.
The
I mean, it
little
wasn't like in
girl,
the '60s.
there's-
Whenever a woman is listed as Mrs. Minogue or Mrs. Donahue,
Or wife, maybe,
she's
yeah.
just a wife role.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But
That
she's the one
sucks.
that's like protesting against the war in the beginning. So she's
Yeah.
she's like
So-
an anti-war
Right.
protest, and he's like, "You're embarrassing your family."
Yeah.
Except he
Yeah.
doesn't have a New York accent.
Yeah.
Is that Boston or New York?
New
It's
York.
New York.
Yeah, New York.
New
yeah.
York.
It's interesting. If you guys if you Google like Pabst Blue Ribbon and Greatest Beer Run, they did a Pabst Blue Ribbon actually. I think even before this movie, it might have been around the movie got greenlit, but they did like a little 12-minute like mini documentary where they actually bring in Chucky and like the guys that he went to give beer to, and they sit around the bar that he originally had the idea. And if you go and watch that video, the bar looks exactly like the bar in the movie. Like the bar still exists. Like you can actually go to that bar. It's like still there.
Well, why didn't they just shoot in that
Do you
bar?
think they
I think
shot
they
there?
did. It looked,
Yeah.
I imagine so because it's like a
It's
dead-on
already set
replica.
up. Yeah, I might as well.
We're gonna
Yeah.
pay this guy $100 to shoot the bar.
Yeah.
We're gonna rebuild the thing for $100,000.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Yeah,
to get sometimes if you want to get a camera shot, you have
Yeah.
to like tear down a wall. But
That's what they had to do for New Girl.
Oh no.
They had to
down the wall.
rebuild like the whole bar because they had been shooting in an actual bar and things were getting
Yeah.
sketched and certain things, and they, so they just rebuilt the whole thing.
Shit, me. Yeah, but they
There's
had
a diner. There's a diner in LA that we shoot at a lot, and it could be anywhere in America kind of diner. So it gets a lot. It's downtown. Nobody cares where the trucks park, because they've got so many requests to move stuff around that nothing in the diner is nailed down. So if you want to change the set of the seat, everything can just be moved around.
Like the whole bar itself can be moved?
Everything can be moved around.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
And then, but it's open. Like you can go and eat there when you're not shooting.
Yeah. That's cool. Yeah.
Interesting.
But it's often closed.
So many
Probably
stuff.
makes way more money.
It's tough when you watch movies and you shoot and you know, like, oh, I know that place, like, you know, where they're shooting, and you're kind of like we'll watch a lot of
porn.
Yes, and when they shoot porn on airplanes, we can
Oh my
always
God!
say,
Look, that's Burbank.
yeah, I know that house. I think that's Liz's house.
Wow.
No, but you know, we shot in Con Man, we shot in Air Hollywood. And so now, anytime there's like a TV show or anything inside of an airplane, me and my wife are always like, oh, they probably did that. And we can actually see the same seats and the same seat covers and everything where you're like, oh, okay, yeah, we know that.
Does that not take you out of the experience, though? Like, if you recognize something that you're like, oh, that looks exactly the same as this thing that I've seen before.
Sometimes, yeah. But sometimes you kind of just laugh about it and you're like, oh, that's fun to know, you know, where they shot that or what location that is. But, you know, but sometimes it does. Like it's hard if you know that they're trying to portray, like, if they're shooting, like PJ, you brought up, like, oh, they shot this in Thailand and not Vietnam. It's hard if you're like, if you've been to Thailand enough and you recognize, like, oh, that's Thailand. I thought the guy's supposed to be in Vietnam. That can take you out, right? Like if it's very clearly not, if it's not done well enough to make it feel believable.
I'm from Toronto, and they shoot so many American movies in Toronto.
Every like
I can
CW
never
show.
tell.
Yeah.
Unless the license plate slips by.
Yeah. Well,
or
Toronto's
the
so
mailboxes. There's different mailboxes.
Oh,
so
really?
that gives
Yeah,
it
that's
away.
a good catch.
Didn't know that.
Yeah. Because Toronto looks exactly like America. I mean, there's even streets in like Mexico City you can go to that looks like America. I mean,
I think that was done on purpose. Huh?
Yeah,
just to go shoot there.
Just to go shoot there. Yeah. So
we've shot so many things in Mexico City, and you can find anything there.
Yeah. But it's fascinating that they do that. Well, all right. Well, why don't we? I mean, you already recommended. We can move on to what do we recommend?
Yeah. So I last night I watched Spin Me Round.
Okay.
It has some moments.
You don't
it has some funny moments, but it left me unsatisfied.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
But it had some funny moments.
So you don't recommend or recommend?
Well, if you're used to going to certain restaurants like, what are those Italian restaurant chains?
Like Olive Garden?
Olive Garden.
Don't watch this movie. The way they make the fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, no. No.
I'm not going to watch it.
No.
I
You
mean,
don't tell
it's
me
Olive
twice.
Garden. It's
I'm
Olive
good.
Garden. Do we really expect?
I think the whole kitchen is just a microwave.
I'm sure it is.
Lovely. Oh,
I'm
that's
sure
like,
it is.
Yeah. That's like the kids'
America.
nightmares. Mm-hmm.
It's also a little depressing. Like it takes place in Riverside. Yeah, you should watch it. Watch it. The ending is unsatisfying.
Well, you should
Just watch it.
Yeah.
It's not like they ran out of money. They go, okay, end it here.
Yeah.
Let's just end it here.
Yeah. All right. Well,
And Game of Thrones. I will stick with it.
House of the Dragon.
House of Dragons.
Yeah.
I will stick with it.
Yeah. All right.
I like you would stick even when Star Wars is bad, you'll still watch it. Yeah.
It's 10
and I'm not
million-
saying it was bad. I'm not saying it was bad at all. It was just I just kind of wanted to be blown away.
Yeah.
My expectations were too high.
I think so.
Yeah.
Actually, HBO put out said I think something like 10 million views on opening night. Greatest.
Wow.
Best opening first episode of any show on HBO.
In that vein, pray for Hulu.
Really?
Best opening they've ever had, film or television.
Yeah, good.
It's such a great
It
film.
deserves it. It deserves it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
such a great film.
Okay, so that's my recos. You, sir?
You know, I know I think we've recommended it on this show before, but I don't get a lot of time to watch stuff, and I finally got a chance to catch up on For All Mankind. And I know Pagan, I turned you on to that, and you're a big fan, and I think you mentioned it on the show before. But God, guys, don't sleep on this show. It is amazing.
I haven't seen it.
In the third season, like you think on the third season,
Is this the one where it's
what the heck is that?
it's an alternate reality where Russia gets there first?
What happened?
Something happened with one of your microphones that
Oh.
like shot into myself and Stephanie's ear. That was like
Oh, I'm
almost
sorry.
hurting.
I hit my microphone. I was so excited.
Oh,
that I
that's
hit
probably
my
it. Yeah,
microphone.
sorry.
It's all
I
good.
was very
Yeah.
terrified for a second. I've been playing too much Dead Space.
True.
Is that the one where Russia gets the first?
Yeah. So the premise, the opening premise is that what would happen if Russia beat us to the moon, right? And
I
so
watched. The girls wouldn't let me finish the first episode. They were so bored.
Yeah, I mean
Aw.
it's
You have to stick with it.
You have to stick with it. Yeah, it's a very character driven show. It's not about action. It's not like lasers in space or anything.
Yeah.
It's very think more Gravity of a type of movie where it's more about drama and like what's happening in space, kind of like
Vampires in Space. Has that been made yet? I remember one from the
Probably.
50s, the black
Maybe.
and white.
really vampires.
That would be funny.
What? And if it hasn't, PJ, use your opening.
Where do you come
Let's
up with
do
this
it.
shit? Here, I'm talking about For All Mankind. You're talking about vampires in space.
Oh no, sorry, I was just bored.
Sorry, yeah.
Oh my god. Well, anyway, it's in season 3, but go back, watch all the seasons. It just gets better and better, and it's already been greenlit for season 4. Thank God.
Can't wait.
Because I'm always worried that it's on Apple TV. I know Apple TV isn't like on everyone's sort of like must-have app, streaming app, but the fact that they're supporting the show and it just looks gorgeous. It just looks expensive. You know what I'm saying? Like the set design, it feels so like if you like Outlander, and if you like Outlander for the reasons of like, wow, they really take a lot of time and care and intricacies on like the clothing and the pins and like the period.
Yeah.
This show does the same thing. It skips through different times from all the way from the 60s. It's now in the 90s. It's
Yeah.
going to go into the 2000s in season 4. So it skips
Oh, wow.
7 to 8 years every season.
Yeah, it's a big jump.
So there's a lot of time jumps, and the period, the detail that they put into the show is just incredible. So if you're a history nerd or space nerd or just like good character driven drama, go check it out, please. I want this show to continue to go on for like another 5 years because it's that good.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Are we still talking about that?
Yeah, we are. Yeah.
I let you talk for like forever.
Ladies, what do you got?
I will probably just piggyback off Drew because I actually haven't been watching anything. But I will say, other than For All Mankind, which was fucking excellent, and I can't wait for season 4. Season 2 has still traumatized me, by the way. I still think about that, and I still get like,
Yeah. Yeah.
it's traumatized me. And I have to say, I continually think about Severance. If you haven't watched Severance yet, it's also
Are
on
they
Apple
doing
TV
another
Plus.
season, or was it limited? It was a limited.
Oh no,
thing,
they'll be
wasn't
doing
it? Or
another
they-
season 2.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a big scene ender.
I just think that like
End scene.
I started watching it. I was not into it. You really do have to persist with that, and it's kind of like it's so weird. It's kind of out there. I wasn't really digging it, but if you persist, it really pays off, and it's such a good show. That it's just one of those shows that'll probably stick with me for a long time. Like For All Mankind season 2, it'll just stick with me forever.
That's
so,
cool. That's
so
cool.
yeah, recommend that on Apple TV
Yeah.
Plus. Steph?
I can't think of anything. I've just been re-watching shows. So
are you
I've.
Well, yeah, the slump's over though. Now we got a lot coming.
I
this
know.
week- this month
I'm
and
getting
that.
ready. I was watching. It's called Feud. It was supposed to
Family
be like
Feud?
no, but it was called like the Feud with Bette and Joan. It's a Ryan Murphy show. And he was planning to do more with it, but then it kind of fell off the rocks because other shows I think took priority. But it's really good because it's about Betty Davis and Joan Crawford and the making of Whatever Happened to Baby Jane.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
So it's
wow.
a really good show. So it's been fun to watch that, and it's got like Jessica Lange and Susan Sarandon and
wow.
Stanley
That's
Tucci.
great.
Like it's got a
Amazing
great
actors.
cast.
Yeah,
That's
so good.
incredible. Wow.
And if you haven't seen Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, you should watch the movie maybe before you watch the show because it's a really fucking wild movie.
What's
Didn't they have a
what is
real
that on?
fight on set of that movie?
They did.
Like
They had a lot of
they
fights.
had a real fight.
They were pinned. They were pinned against. I mean, they kind of throughout Hollywood, throughout the ages, like kind of hated each other or didn't like each other. And then this was the movie the first time they'd ever been on screen together. And they were older, so like they were in their 40s, so they were already having like a hard time getting roles, like good roles. So this was their chance to make something. But yeah, like the studio pinned them against each other.
What is Feud
Korean drama.
available on? Is that like a HBO show or?
So I'm watching it on Hulu.
Oh, Hulu.
But it was
don't
an
know, American
it was
show.
an FX show.
Okay.
It was so I don't know where else you could possibly watch
Hulu
it.
might be a good show. I think like you can have Hulu here. I think.
Okay.
It's just limited.
Use that.
I'll
use
find
that
it somewhere.
NordVPN.
I will
yeah.
use that
NordVPN
NordVPN. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Code Trailer Talk. Get a discount. No, I'm always interested. That's interesting. I kind of want to. What fascinates me about shows like that is like I love behind the scenes Hollywood stuff. I don't know what it is about like these ideas. I love it when shows sort of like bring like these like stars down to like our level. You know, it's sort of like, you know, they're people just like us. They have problems. They argue. You know, they don't get along with each other. You know, you see this one show and like, oh man, those guys must be, hang out all the time, and they, and then you find out they like they hate each other. You know,
They hate each
and
other.
it's like, I'm like, oh man, that's great. You know, like I don't know why, it just feels like that's real life. You know, like it's just
I
sometimes
agree.
you gotta go to work and you don't like your coworker, and how do you deal with that? Like I do with PJ. I go to work every day, and I'm like,
Yeah.
how am I gonna get through the day?
Props
I
to you,
gotta
bud.
do
That's why we day drink.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think it's coffee in those mugs?
I do. I can get cranky if I don't drink
Yeah,
enough.
that's why he's went to the Pabst Blue Ribbon marijuana drinks.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
In a
see.
full
Yeah,
circle.
yeah. It's Irish
well, but
coffee
the
in
next-
those mugs.
the
Isn't it?
Mellows him down. Just mellows him down. You know.
Next day you're a little groggy. No, it's true. It's a review.
But if you continue to drink, you'll never be groggy.
Exactly. You
No.
just got to keep the buzz going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you just gotta keep
Yeah.
it. Just like
Fine.
just top up every so often.
Yeah.
This is baby. I'm Irish. I'm here with all the
Yeah,
good.
Pagan's
fucking-
loaded right now. Look at her.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
time is it? They're like, she's done. She's out. She's
It's
been at the
quarter
bar
to
all night.
9.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't finish work until like 1 a.m. It's all good.
That's right.
Anyways, for those of you watching, listen, Thursday, the 25th August, we have Lainey Taylor
Dude.
on
Yes.
Anti-Book Club for Couch Soup.
How would you know?
Lainey
Yeah. How
Taylor,
would you know about Lainey Taylor? Like if say you're like I went to the bookstore. How would
Daughter of Smoke and Bone.
Yes.
The Dreamer one, which is my friend loves that book. What is it? Dreamer. What is it? I'm screwing the title up now.
Dreamers. But the Smoke
sorry.
and Bone.
The Smoke and Bone one is insane. I love those book
Strange the
series.
Dreamer.
Strange the Dreamer. Sorry, thank you. That's
You're
a
welcome.
very popular one. So lots of new people are coming on this one.
Yeah.
So I,
I mean,
highly
this
advise.
is
to
big
do
though.
this.
I mean,
Yeah.
she's like she's won a lot of awards. New York Times bestseller list.
Everything she has been optioned for movies.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
you're gonna see
Amazing.
you're gonna see her stuff as a movie. So she's coming to our anti-book club. The only way you can be a part, like literally, you're gonna get one-on-one time with her on a Zoom call to ask questions. She's gonna give like tips on writing, like what her process is. It's really cool stuff. The only way you can be a part of that is if you become a member. It's free to become a member on CouchSoup.com. Go sign up. And
Yeah, the free membership gets you access to the Zoom meeting.
I don't know why we did that. That was foolish. Because now that you're bringing in Lonnie Taylor, I feel like we should charge at least $1 million. But it's free. And
But it means
that's
we're
our
big
fault.
time now.
It does.
Right?
actually,
We're
Yes.
big time.
Legitimizes sauce. I've been drinking that cola. It's delicious. Yeah, I'm really excited for that this Thursday. Huh? What time?
4 p.m. West Coast.
Yeah, Pacific time. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, go check that out, guys.
Yeah, you guys got to
Yeah.
come too. Is it too late for you,
No, it's fine. I'll come.
Pagan? Yeah, it'll be good.
Did you say
I
it's
just
4:30
wanted-
p.m. PST?
4 p.m.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's midnight
so
for
it'll
me.
be
4 p.m.
7 o'clock. Okay.
That's midnight UK Irish time. If anybody is thinking about it, you can do it. I believe in you. Don't worry about it. Just get some coffee, turn on that mute button, and just sip away and soak the knowledge, friends.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it'll be good. I'm super stoked for that. By the way. Thanks
Perfect.
for
I've also put the
doing
link
that.
in the chat. We'll probably also put that in the. It's also in the description as well. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out.
Yeah. And one last plug. We're going to be launching a House of Dragons podcast show. I think in the next few days. A little recap. Look for that. I'm super excited to get that out there. I think you're gonna hear from two knowledgeable ladies that are just gonna bring the Easter eggs, all the lore, anything that you're kind of like, I don't know what the hell is going on in the show. They're going to answer it. So check your emails. Check back on YouTube. Check back on CouchSoup.com for that. And then we'll give you links. I think there'll be a podcast launching soon as well. So
Nice.
that'll be great. We got a lot of cool stuff coming for Couch Soup. Stay with us. Trailer Talk, as always, is here every Tuesdays at noon Pacific time. If you're a member, you get to call into our show if you want and haggle PJ. Tell him he's wrong. That makes my day anytime that happens. As always, we will see you next time on Trailer Talk.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
See you guys next
Bye-bye
time.
now.
Bye-bye now.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.
Bye.